Is this the end of KickVic? Finally? We've been at this fight for months. And KickVic, while it has been dwindling, you have people going off the grid. Some of them that aren't going off the grid are going crazier than ever. More recently, you have the Tumblr blog that collected a bunch of stories accusing Vic of baseless accusations. Gone, deleted off the face of the internet. And now, PULL, the safe space of KickVic, is gone as well. Take a look at this. This is what happens when you try to connect to PULL. You don't connect to it. The host server is offline. Now, why is that the case is anyone's guess. In this video, we'll be discussing that and a number of posts that I screenshot on Pool, luckily, before it was taken down or whatever the heck happened. So we'll be investigating that and taking a look at some posts that might shed some light on the situation coming right up. Before we get started, let me acknowledge a dono from Nightmare13 says, "Hey dude, hope all is well. I'm starting episode 5 of Rising of the Shield Hero tomorrow night, or tonight actually, my bad, read that wrong. I'm really liking this anime a lot so far. I heard you were having one of those days today. I hope you have a better day tomorrow. Have a good evening, man." Hey, thank you, Nightmare. Today is going a lot better than yesterday was. My schedule fixed up a little bit, lighting isn't as bad, and technical problems are not occurring today like they were yesterday. So I appreciate that. And on that note, if you'd like to support this channel, consider donating through either Streamlabs or PayPal. One-time links down below for that, or becoming a sponsor on Patreon. With that, let's get into the story. So what's funny is that PULL has been freaking out for about a month or so. Ever since litigation really got the ball rolling and these filings have been coming in, Pool has started to freak out. In this case, we're taking a look at a post where one such freak out was occurring. Let me read it to you. It reads, "Is it true that Casey has basically thrown Pool under the bus, aka effed us over? I have been lurking at KF and the members of Kiwi Farms, one of whom is a lawyer, plus blackface back." I'll never get over them calling Ricada this. It's such a joke. Plus blackface lawyer. All of them are saying now Beard can subpoena Pool and get Pool members to actually have to go to court to tell their horrifying stories. So let's stop right there for a moment. Isn't this funny? This was a post that I had documented from about a week or two ago. And now fast forward to the present, PULL is gone? Maybe temporary, maybe an accident, maybe not an accident, I don't know. But it's pretty interesting stuff. Let's continue. "I am not sure what Casey's plan is, but it is probably a good plan though, right?" Right? It's probably a good plan. I sure hope so. I mean, he definitely can't be a more shitty lawyer than the Beard, who we already know is just in it for the money. What the heck? Wow. First of all, Ty Beard, look him up and tell me he's a shitty lawyer. Tell me that to my face after you look him up. I doubt you can say that with sincerity. Also, sure, he wants to make money, but as far as I understand from actually looking into Ty Beard, a lot of his cases are representing people whose net worth are worth more than Funimation is worth entirely. Individuals whose net worth are in the B's, the billions, maybe upper hundreds of millions. But the point is, there's people that Ty has represented that are worth more than Funimation is. Put that into perspective. Continuing. "But for once, I won't take the side of Monica, Ron, or Casey and the side with the victims and be blunt. Are you kidding me? Why did Casey have to F over the victims who are already traumatized with Vic's actions?" Hold up a second. Did you just say you're not going to take the side of Monica, Ron, or Casey now? Just because you're scared of going to court, you're suddenly going to backpedal on all that? You're just going to, "Oh, I'm not on their side anymore, guys. I swear. I swear. It was all a joke, right? It was all a joke." Are you kidding me? Why did Casey have to F over the victims who are already traumatized with Vic's action? Yeah, we still are waiting for proof, by the way, of that. Still waiting. Maybe one day it'll come out. We'll see. Now, mind you, I don't have any stories to tell, but I do believe the victims. It's making my blood boil over imagining these poor victims to have to talk about it and get reminded of the horrifying stuff Vic's done to them. If this is true, then I am really worried about these victims. How many of you think that if we went to this poster's post history, they may have posted a story about Vic? I'm just saying. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm just saying. If this is true, I'm really worried about these victims. Plus, Monica already herself has 2 incidents which she could tell, like hair pulling, etc. That is S harassment. That would immediately get Monica and Ron on the good side of the court and the judges. But Casey, for some reason, didn't use it, let alone mention it. Now, to be fair, this actually might be a decent point. Why the heck did Casey source sites like PULL and the Tumblr blog, which again, somehow vanished off the face of the internet now? Why source that instead of Monica's own testimony, for example? I will somewhat agree with the PULL user on that one, to be honest. It's an interesting move. And I've heard Redacted talk about that too. It's interesting, you know? Redacted did, I don't know how to put this. He did put Casey in a favorable light somewhat at the beginning of this case. You know, just to give Casey credit, we should respect our opponent. And then when Casey released this filing, that kind of threw everything in a whirlwind. As far as I understand, at least. Interesting stuff. Continuing. Now, mind you, we already got that. Let's see. Oh, we're down all the way over here. I am worried about Monica and Ron now. I'm not a legal expert, but even I know it would be so much more easy to just give a first-hand account from Monica over PULL members and their story. And the response to that post, I think Pool is the least of their problems, so I will be surprised if anyone here is subpoenaed. Most of the information in the thread is just talking about what other victims came out on the internet. Some users had commented about Vic, but most is just discussion of what's happening. The worst accusations were made by Nyanko. Oh, I can't drag this over? Hold up a second. The worst accusations were made by Nyako and Robin Egg / Michelle, and Michelle would have already been a target. I'd like it if victims were not forced into this either. Yes, because victims shouldn't have to actually testify under oath, right? Testifying on Twitter is good enough, surely. Oh boy. There is also a whole Google document of the people on Twitter. I find it more likely that they subpoena the IO9 or ANN people. They might try Pool though. He is that petty. Here's another example of a post where a PUL member was freaking out, getting worried about having to actually show up in court or something. Let's take a look. Well, it is a legitimate worry, IG. Although I think it is unlikely. I don't know how much about the law regarding internet forums. Michelle is definitely going to be called upon. I feel bad for her. Says they don't know much about the law, then goes on to say Michelle will definitely be called upon. I feel bad for her, but she did release a lot of detail and has apparently been in contact with Monica, so I'm thinking at least she was at least prepared for it to happen. Hey, why does Michelle get a capital and Monica doesn't? That's interesting. And yeah, isn't that Chair guy? Hey, why does Chair get a capital but not Monica? What the heck? Listen, there's so many different ways you can question the logic of people who post on PULL that we probably shouldn't even spend the time questioning this, but it just sticks out and it's funny. Okay, I almost said interesting, but it's not really interesting, it's just funny. Am I remembering right? Just ignore that one. He's been at it a while. Wait, what? And yeah, isn't that Chair guy? Isn't that the Chair? Shane? Wait, what? I don't even know. Let's move on. For our next PULL freakout, I present to you this wonderful wall of text, starting at the top. Okay, not to ring your alarm bells any more than it's already going, but PULL wasn't the only source cited. The IO9 article, Funimation, and the document. The document. Oh my gosh, not the document. They're just trying to scare you more and get a rise out of it since you're looking at Kiwi. For example, calling Monica a friend or throwing Pool under a bus. She is not our friend, even if we support her. See, they're already turning on their own, already eating their own. Look at that. The one poster from before was saying, you know, I'm not even going to be on the side of the victims anymore. Monica or Ron's side, I'm not on their side anymore. Now this one's like, she's not even our friend. Like, seriously, she's not our friend. Like, oh man, it's so easy. It's so easy. She is not our friend, even if we support her. PULL is like other places discussing about Vic. I feel bad for victims, and I don't want their identities exposed if they don't want them to be. But when this became a lawsuit, I don't think it's much of a surprise that other stories would be brought up. Of course it would. Part of the argument against defamation will involve what people have been saying about Vic already. I don't think they had much a choice in that matter. I think the goal is to shut down Vic's side with already circulating proof that they had good reason to believe Vic's stuff is true. Hence the compilations of his offenses. The compilations of his offenses, you mean the compilations of fan fictions. I think the goal... Oh, that's we already got there. Okay. It would be nice if people who didn't want their identities shown didn't have to. Yeah, you already said that. They might choose to only speak to people who have easy to confirm identity. Easy to confirm identities like Michelle / Robin Egg, Spect, ex-fiance, Kelly Onlyani, Inoue Hart, Jesse Pridemore, Kaplan, etc. Nice of you to name them all like that. Nice and convenient. If they decide to subpoena people. That seems logical to me since they have been more vocal and detailed in their stories anyways. Yeah, those people were more vocal than we were. Go after them, not us. Subpoena them, not us. We're just anonymous people on PULL. Leave us alone, please. That seems logical to me since they have been more vocal and detailed in their stories anyways. I hope that doesn't come off cold-hearted as I sympathize with the victims wanting to stay away from the harassment. But sadly, all of the people above have already been getting that for speaking up. So if anyone, I hope that they call on these already affirmed names. Way to support the victims. Just because they've been in the spotlight already, might as well continue throwing them in the fire. Yeah, great. Now, the icing on the cake is what you're looking at here. The Patreon page for PULL. To be fair, I don't know when this Patreon was created. It was posted to my Discord a number of hours ago. So I don't know if this is a new Patreon that they made or if it's something that's been around for a while. Let's take a look at both possibilities. If it's been around for a while, it's absolutely pathetic that they only have 2 patrons. If it's new, why are they making a Patreon now that the site is down? Very interesting, right? So, we can speculate on those reasons, but instead, let's have a laugh at their tiers. Take a look at this. First, you have the $1 tier. And then you have the $3 tier. And then the $4 tier. And then the $5 tier. And then the $8,350 tier, dude. What is with these people, man? What the heck? $1, $3, $4, $5, $8,350 tier. What do you get? Let's take a look. If you join the $1 tier, you get a thanks. If you join the $3 tier, you get to pick a color name on the Discord with a little heart. Look at that. That's how much they love you. They're just going to get your $3 first, though. For the $4 tier, they got your Discord access. With this tier, you can bypass our membership requirements for the pool Discord and join right away instead of building up your profile for months. Imagine that you're... How do I even put this without sounding ridiculous? There's no way, I don't think. Imagine your goal in life is eventually, if I post enough on pool, I'll get to be invited to the Discord. Oh my goodness. Imagine trying to build your pool profile up for months so you can join the Discord server. For $5, you can get a rank and name. And for $8,350, you can get a custom rank, custom name color, and increased avatar size. Oh my goodness. Wow, what a steal. That's a great deal. Now I have some shout outs for the video regarding Ocasio-Cortez's comic getting that cease and desist from DC, released late last night, but still very much appreciating all the support for that video, guys. Thank you, Random Fandom, Princess Usagi, and Darkest Grim. Oh, and Paragon Langston of Amped Guard. Thank you all for promoting that video over on Twitter. Much appreciated. If you enjoyed this video, be sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already, and hit that notification bell on as well so you can be aware of when new content comes out, and consider joining our Discord server, link below. Now with over 3,000 members, you are more than welcome to join. We'd love to see you there, and if not, well, I'll see you next time.